It's Friday night. Welcome to the Lucky Hit Podcast.
It's Friday by Rebecca Black.
Alright.
Yeah, she invented the day.
Welcome to the Lucky Hit Podcast.
That's really loud.
It is a bit. It's not something out of Rebecca Kenobi. It gets worse. It's all black kids. It's not done.
Sounds like we have a Dreamcast game or something.
This is where it sounds like Shinobi. Listen to them.
Oh wow! Oh my god! This is the best song I've ever heard.
On the keyboard.
No, just in general.
This has to be ending credits for everything we ever make.
I think we found the sitcom
But now it's
theme.
like Streets of Rage. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Bravo, demo button.
Alright, fuck off now. Welcome to the Lucky Hit Podcast. With your pals, your good old rocking pals. It's your boy, Murry Curry.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. Stop fucking with the keyboard. What's your name? Keyboard dickhead.
At Keyboard Dickhead on Twitter. I might have to make that. FlattheYounger.
Someone's already taken it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Or at least they deserve to.
Who are you?
I'm the Gagaman.
Good.
Oh, and I'm that bitch cherry terrier.
I'm
Okay.
shocked and appalled.
Well,
Says the guy
well,
just
that brings it up
farted.
to PG.
If Keyboard Dickhead didn't do it already.
Oh yeah, that's true. Now we're up to 12. 12A.
Don't make me raise to 15.
Oh fucking god! Ah, there we go.
Ah, you dick. Welcome to Lucky Podcast. This is episode number 58.
Whoa!
That's not bad.
That's halfway to 116.
That's correct. And
I can maths.
it's been a few weeks since we did one of these, and FlattheYounger's with us again.
Yay!
Cool.
I'm still alive.
And I'm here too,
That was
yay!
pretty good.
Well done.
Tom's in.
Welcome to the monthly, whenever he.
Have there
farting.
been, sorry, have there been any I haven't been in?
Yeah, loads. Literally loads.
We have secret podcasts.
Yeah, we have podcasts without you.
on a different channel, on a different website. It's on Daily Motion
We
somewhere.
call them the fun ones.
We call them the No Prick Podcast. We're up to episode 69.
So, yeah. Oh, brilliant. So,
Bad.
to kick off the show with...
Kick off the show.
What?
What does that even mean? We'll do it live!
To kick off, let's do a musical sequence. I thought we could do the old... I thought we could do... Sorry, I'm talking like a...
He's had one beer.
I thought we'd do the old what have we been playing. So who wants to go first?
Oh, can I go first? Because
No.
I'm going to be like super quick.
Okay.
I beat
That was fast,
Earthbound
thanks.
Beginnings.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Don't apologise, I'm being a dog.
Yeah, I beat Earthbound Beginnings. I'm still trudging away with Rayman Adventures and
Because it never ends.
Oh, doesn't it?
It's a mobile game, of course it never ends.
Oh god.
It just
and last
Tap, 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 tap.
the last game I played other than those two that I played about a week or so ago was What's the World 4.
Hey, cool.
I mean, I had it on my PS3 for like ages and I still never really sort of beat it yet.
How far are you in it now?
Still not awfully far. Like, I think I'm I'm not even in the first temple yet.
Is that the one where
Oh,
you
okay.
play as the female protagonist?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the green hair.
Asha.
Yeah.
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 It's
bloody
funny
good.
you mentioned that actually, because at the start of this year I had a quick go on that, because it's about time I played through that. I got to the pyramid level and sort of gave up.
Well, what I've done was I made the fatal mistake of going back and forth, not because I was trying to get the lucky like 777 thing, because I already got that like months or so before. But I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't know that I had to go to that sort of god thing and then present it with a crystal to move on.
Oh,
so.
Yeah. It's been ages since I've
It's
played
not
it.
100%
Yeah.
clear you have to do that. That's right near the start of the first dungeon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it sort of gives you a hint that you have to do something with the courage crystal, and you're just sort of standing around going.
I didn't know what to do at that point. But once I got there, I've done the Tower of Silence, and then I think I'm just about to go into like the first like temple. So, and that's where I got up to because I was interrupted by my mum.
Stop playing that Monster World!
Or more like,
Get off
help me with my
rollerblade."
Chromebook.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing lately.
Oh wow.
Weren't you playing something else earlier today?
Oh yes.
We don't want to hear about
Somebody,
your amorous activity.
Somebody finally dumped a ROM of the Eggheads game on Nintendo DS.
Jesus.
So I decided to download it and give it a whirl. And, oh my
Why?
god.
It's basically a Flash game.
Yeah.
It's like cardboard cutout pictures. They don't even move. Like the
One thing I
people.
couldn't quite get over was the sound effects. Like, one of the sound effects sounds like just like this.
It just sounds like a plate being slid off a table, okay?
Really?
Yes.
I think that's like the menus, they just go...
Yeah. And then if you get a question
For anyone who
wrong,
might not know, outside of the UK, the Eggheads is like this really obnoxious quiz show.
Oh,
It
we
should
have
be called
that.
the Dickheads, really.
It should be called the Eggheads. Basically, yeah, you got these like.
The smug
I think there's
pricks.
4 of them, isn't
Yeah,
there?
there's about 10 of them now, and
Oh,
they sort
right.
of like
Oh, really?
interchange.
What it is, they're winners of old English
And
quiz
don't
shows.
they know it?
Yeah, like
Exactly.
one of them was
Oh,
for
Now they
like,
just get paid every week.
one of them was like
I'm
the first winner of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and whatnot.
Yeah.
Wasn't the one that had the coffin help, was it?
No, it was before that.
Oh, okay.
But
Even
yeah,
on that show, it's like...
my mum has that shit on all
who was the
every
first
day.
winner of gold in the British Olympics?
But yeah.
Dave McGold medal winner.
Yeah, what's annoying about this game is like
He was
they're
destined
like,
for
there
it,
are
really.
There were like 5 members in each team. Like got the Eggheads and then the challengers.
Oh, the teams
They
as well.
Very
Yeah.
like rarely the challengers very rarely win because the Eggheads always get like piss easy answers.
Yeah.
All questions, yeah.
We're the local chapter of Swindon Rugby Club. Fan club.
Oh yeah.
We have fun doing the quizzes down the pub all this Saturday.
But yeah,
night.
they
And then they go on the show and get
Nintendo,
embarrassed by the smegheads.
I always used to call it dog Eggheads.
Dog Eggheads. Okay.
Well, what pisses me off about that show, like I say, it's old quiz show winners, and they know it, so they've got the ego.
Yeah.
And the other thing that used to really, my mum used to have to tell me to leave the room because I'd just be shouting at them. They wouldn't just answer the question; they had to give this long survey.
Yep, every single
how they
time.
come to that answer.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Give me an example. Which one of these is a drum or a bongo or something else? And they go, well, I think it's bongo because I swear I've heard the bongo before. Ooh, I think it's this and that. Yeah,
I think the first time I heard one, I was 2.5 years old.
Yeah, no,
They all goes,
they give you this soliloquy about who invented the bongo and why and out of what and where and how and...
Whereas in the DS game,
that
they
smug face you want to kick in them.
they come up with like some weird speech bubble where the text overlaps
Meanwhile,
each
you
other.
see
and-
their phone with Wikipedia
It just says
on
stuff
it.
like,
shit.
that's easy, and that's
Yeah.
it. Just like a little speech bubble.
Like,
It doesn't
I
even have dialogue.
Like I tweeted a
Like-
screenshot of it earlier today. So.
Yeah, it's just another hate fodder program, isn't it? Like that
It's
don't
pretty much.
come with me.
But yeah, I played what Nintendo decided was an actual good idea of a game, and
I don't think Nintendo actually made that.
well, they had to like give
They
it the
approve-
license and everything.
Yeah, basically, when people go on about the Nintendo seal of quality, basically all that means is the game won't destroy your DS. It doesn't mean it's a good game. I think the DS and the Wii and the NES in a lot of ways proved that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing.
We still need to play Checkers Party Quiz.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I think we've got, in this country, we've got a great selection of these
Shit.
ridiculous, like pop culture games.
Oh,
Like,
God,
honestly, I'm so surprised that Harry Hill TV Burp didn't have a
Yeah.
How would that work?
I don't know.
I don't know, you press A to pull out a stupid prop from under your desk.
You press A and B, you go, hey, hey, hey,
Wang
hey.
the Wiimote to make some kind of reference to fucking pop culture. Like,
It-
he
no,
looks a
it-
bit like
Miley Cyrus.
Miley.
Yeah. Or it's like
I'd wreck her
babysitting.
with my
Maybe it's
balls.
like babysitting mama, but instead of coming with a big baby doll, it comes with like a knitted character that you put on your
Or
remote.
some jelly, because he did a sequence where
Oh,
he shook
yeah,
some
yeah.
jelly.
That was on the old
The
channel.
shaking jelly
Yeah.
thing.
Oh no, that wasn't TV.
Oh, we are going to get a game with a knitted character in it. It's called Unravel.
Yeah, that's coming out a week.
Way to bring it back round and make it relevant.
Topical.
Shut us up about Harry Hill.
And how it used to be funny, but as usual, ITV just ruined them like it does everyone.
Like with Lee Francis.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
ITV got their claws in them and just chew them out.
I'm Keith Lemon, give us some more money.
Oh,
Like me.
I'll make a shit film that nobody likes.
Oh, that's
Even
bad.
the Chabbies.
Oh, you
That was
actually
the
watched that
Chavez
shit?
Yeah,
I
that-
haven't filmed
I
it.
have, yeah.
Oh,
That was on the
no.
lines of Sex
Like-
Lives of the Potato Men.
I was gonna-
Oh
Film.
no!
I
No.
actually watched that. I didn't understand what was going on. I was like 12.
There was no sex in it, I know that much. That's
It
why I
had
was
plenty of
watching-
lies then.
That's why I watched it as a 12-year-old. It's like, it's got sex,
Sex,
in the name.
lies. That's what the
They
time.
were- they
It's
were
supposed to be
potato
like a
men,
comma next to it. So it's like sex, lies, potato men.
My mum flat out called that film a filth.
It was just unnecessary.
It was just a couple of blokes going, oh, all right, tits I do.
Ooh, don't give me that. It smells like twat.
Oh, it smells like garlic bread. Garlic bread.
Oh,
Let's not get started on that.
No,
wank.
not anything but that.
Hey, you know that
honestly.
just saying garlic
Buckets
bread
of
out of
sweat.
any context whatsoever, making no sense, is hilarious.
no. Make sure you're sweating buckets as well when you say
Again, I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if Peter Kay got a Wii game in this country.
I'm pretty
Sort
sure
of
we
wonder.
have.
Yeah.
Dress as a woman and tell shit jokes simulator. Let's be fair, he doesn't even tell jokes. He just sort of says words and people go, oh, we say those words too.
Who wants to go next?
Right, I've been playing Dark Souls
Well done.
because I'm a
The first one?
sadomasochist. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the first one's the only good one so far. And yes, I'm including Bloodborne in that. Bloodborne.
Controversial.
Bloodborne, otherwise known as sort of tap the button, yeah, it's dead, there we go.
Is it that bad?
Yeah,
I'm that
it's-
hard.
It's pretty as fuck, but yeah, it's just slash, avoid, slash.
I noticed that when I watch people play it.
Yeah, it's shit. But yeah, Dark Souls 1 is a true masterpiece. If it does annoy you with the fact that every fight you get into is basically a fight on a toothpick. But I've said this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look, there's a giant monster. Oh, look, I'm on a fucking literal piece of hair. Let's go. Oh, I fell. There's a surprise.
Oh, I fell off.
What a
I fell off,
shocker.
did I?
Fell off the hair.
Yeah, me and my buddy Rick have been playing a lot of Street Fighter 3 because we're trying to get good. It's not happening.
Good.
I'm stepping up my Dudley mastery. I mean,
Much gooder than I am.
well, we're good in terms of, like, you know, your mates that play it and don't take it too seriously.
Yeah,
But
that makes
as soon as we go online, it's like,
Yeah, pretty much.
oh, I didn't get
That's
it.
every fighting game, like
Yeah.
in general.
Nah, we're alright.
Almost online games.
I'm pretty much the king
Oh,
of
now you can't go
parries.
to Eurogamer and just sit there on Smash Bros all day trying to look cool. I beat one person that
Hey,
guy on
hey.
Facebook.
I would actually say I'm at least sort of intermediate tournament level at Smash Bros. Melee,
Okay.
at least.
I would say you're
Okay.
boasting if I hadn't seen it firsthand,
Yeah.
experienced it, and got very angry at it.
yeah, I agree.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm good at the old Smash. I played a bit of, you know, they remastered Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
yeah.
Oh
a
yeah,
couple
on
years ago.
PS3.
On PS3, yeah.
Yeah.
I played 2.5, it's called.
They had like really
Final
stupid
Remix.
names like Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD and then loads of
Yeah.
subtitles.
I think it's called Final Remix, the 2.5 one, but I played
Yeah.
that. I played it on the new difficulty called Critical. And it's literally just 2 hits and you're dead mode, and it pissed me off. I just about eventually managed to do the fight against Roxas, which is like pretty fucking good going. Like, you can't
Disney
get
film
hit.
C from.
No, he's...
Oh, Roxas is the one with the spiky red hair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, and the drippy
If
eye.
they-
No,
if you're not
he's...
sure what-
Well, they've all got
Yeah, no.
spiky
If
hair.
you're not sure what sex they are and they're fucking whinging all the time, that's the square characters.
Fucking widget. Yeah, no, Roxas is your main character's sort of other half. I won't go into it and spoil stuff, but yeah.
Other
So basically,
Be better off. The
Brilliant.
golden chain.
basically, the Roxas fight was
Sorry,
supposed
just
to
having a
be in.
slash.
The Roxas fight was supposed to be in the original game, but I guess limitations or whatever, they didn't put it in. And they put it in, and they made it unfair. Like, all the people
Well, even
online...
more so than the Sephiroth fight.
I think so.
No.
I can do the
Yeah.
Sephiroth fight generally not too bad. Like, it's mostly just doing the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
Like using your air counter and all that
All the
shit.
fucking time.
But the Roxas fight was just a cock and a half. I just I had to use the sort of quick step that you get by leveling up your you have your transformations and stuff. Yeah, I leveled up the quick step, and then I used the new form called limit form to do like these special limit break moves and sort of finish him. And I was chuffed when I did it. I thought like, wow, I'm the best. But I didn't bother carrying on after that. I was like, well, just I'm not having any fun anymore. So I've shelved that wank. Other than that, what else? I've been playing some Fallout 4 here and there because Lex has got it. I've been playing a bit here at Tom's. Just trying to sort of work out a speed run on that one using Mellow.
Oh yeah, saw a little
Quite
bit of that.
entertaining to watch,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Sort of jumping from the rafters and whacking people with bats. I think that's about
We
it.
have a bit of a plan for a playthrough of that, don't we?
Yeah, we'll play it quickly.
I'm
Yeah,
going to be very quick, so I'll just jump in now because I've just been
As he
playing-
said to every girl he's ever slept with.
I've only
Yeah.
Have
seen
another
it
pint. And then Hector was born that month. Have another pint.
I've just been playing Fallout 4, but not really a lot, basically. I haven't really been playing that much. But basically, I'm really chuffed because last night I finally managed to get this. Anyone who plays Fallout 4 and goes for the achievements will know that this is the vein. Every game tends to have at least one achievement that's like either a time sponge or just doesn't work.
bollocks.
Or it's like, well, this game, surprise, surprise, there's a system in Fallout 4 that doesn't work very well. It's
Bullshit.
It's bull.
Bullshit.
And it's the, when you're building up the settlements, if you build a lot of stuff on one settlement, you build up the size. Basically, like when you build too much, you can't build anymore.
Mm.
So when you need to get a settlement up to the point where it's warning you about the size, and that's that, and then the game classes that as a large settlement.
Mm.
So you have to do that, and you have to have your settlement's overall happiness rating. Now, the higher the happiness rating, the more productive your settlers are. You have to max that out to 100. So that's the achievement. Is
Make everyone very happy.
benefactor.
Hand jobs all round.
And basically you have to have a large settlement, get to 100% happiness, and it's the most ridiculous thing. Because the setup for it is just something you wouldn't do unless you're trying to get this achievement. You have to build the level 3
That's a lot of
clinics,
achievements
which
in
are
a
like
nutshell.
1,800 caps to make each. You have to make 16 of those. You have to have 4 people working on, you have to have your charisma at max, so you can have up to 20 people live in a settlement. You have to have 4 people working on enough food for everyone, and the other 16 people all have to be working in clinics. And they all have to be close to each other, and you have to sort of build a bed like next to everyone and sleep there, and you have to stay there for, I've been at this achievement for weeks. And it's just got to the point where, it started to piss me off put me off the game for that for because of I want to
Just
get
one
I
achievement.
want to get my achievements. I want to get my everything in it because
Yeah, we could have a little discussion about achievements, couldn't we?
Oh God.
The amount of stupid things achievements have made me do, and I know what you're hinting at, so I might actually go into that next. But basically, let's just say I finally got that achievement, and I will be writing up a little blog entry about that because I'm overdue my blogs. I said I was going to do them every Friday, and I already fucked up on the first Friday. But now I'm going to be doing that tonight, so I'm going to be writing about all of that. So I'll go into that more depth. Now, you're right. You have just reminded me that another one of these silly achievements that I am kind of going for without really going all out for is the Xbox One has put achievements on things like 4OD and YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube got it as well.
Dear.
Watch 600 Minecraft Let's Plays. It is Microsoft owned, so...
It's basically like that. You have to watch 5 hours of gaming videos, 5 hours of music related videos.
You don't get any gamer
God.
score though.
No, none of these achievements give you gamer score. They just
No, that's because they're not games. There should be a new Teddy score or something.
Gamer score.
Yeah.
Score.
I don't know.
But basically, at the moment, I'm trying to get this achievement for... I don't know why, I'm such a loser. But I've nearly got all the achievements for Channel 4. I never thought I'd have...
Channel 4 achievements.
Yeah, I basically get an achievement by just watching lots of Father Ted.
Yeah, I was about to say, is one of the achievements, watch constant Father Ted repeats.
Well, that's what's happening.
Nothing wrong with that, guy.
Oh,
No, there isn't actually.
Stuff I've gone through on all 4 as well.
Get angry at
Get
angry at come dine with me 17 times.
Oh god.
I hate that titting show.
If it wasn't for the narrator, no one. If it wasn't for the narrator, no one would watch that show.
Pretty much.
It should just be renamed to
Dave
Pricks.
Levin, the puppet.
He's the narrator in the new. He's the narrator in the new Danger Mouse cartoon as well.
Oh,
He suits that.
do you know he's in 2 of the Fable games, and he's a really funny character.
Okay.
Yeah. In Fable 2, you sort of there's 2 people talking to you. One of them's Dave Lamb, and you hear him say like, "What is it he says?" He says something along the lines of, "You said it would be a great idea, but you were a bellend," or something like that.
Okay.
excellent.
Fair enough.
Just
He gets to say the things he's not allowed to say and come down.
I've got to show you later after this podcast, but there's a clip in Fable 3, like one of the missions you do. It's got Mark Heap give you the quest.
Oh,
yeah. The
That's why we have to
gnomes.
kill these evil gnomes. And there's a brilliant bit at the end where Mark keeps talking to the gnomes. He goes like, "I know you've all been feeling very ill." And one of them goes, "You're a twat!" And he goes, "Shut it!" And you can hear the Mark Heap in his voice. It's
Wow.
so funny.
So
yeah,
what was that achievement on the 4OD then?
It's called something along the lines of All 4-1 or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
And
because
you
that's
have
a
to-
new name,
it's watching
isn't it?
44 hours worth of Channel 4.
Oh my god.
And that was all Harry Hill.
Harry Hill.
Oh, the original Harry Hill
Father
show.
Ted.
I watched all of In-Betweeners again, all of Father Ted again, and all of Green Wing. Now you know Green Wing's like 20 hours.
Okay.
Basically every episode of Green Wing's like an hour long, and there's like 9 episodes.
And about 45 minutes of that is them spinning around,
They
going
do
in slow-mo.
Spin a lot, yeah.
They're always spinning.
There's a lot of spinning in that program.
If you're a doctor, you've got to, you got to have a good sort of
They're spin
internal
doctors.
gyroscope.
Oh,
Spin
wavelength.
doctors.
Yay.
Get
So-
out.
So yeah, that's the other thing I've been doing that's really sad.
Watching lots of telly to get an achievement
Yeah,
on your
'cause I'm
Xbox.
that
That's
much
what
of a
Tom's been
tosser.
playing, 4OD.
Green Wing.
Next
Watching
song.
Channel 4
Next
programs.
If you
song.
think about it, I've been doing grinding, technically. I've been grinding through television, and I've been grinding through fucking Fallout achievements.
Grinding your teeth, mate,
Grinding my balls.
against a child. Anyway, so Aaron, what have you been playing?
I haven't really
I've been
been
done.
playing a whole lot. But do you remember last Sunday when we went to that Street Pass thing? Afterwards, we sort of went to Helen's for a little bit, didn't we? And we
Yeah.
played some DS
I
games,
didn't.
we?
I went to work. You sad, unemployed bastards.
Because the transformation
Well, I'm not
happened already.
unemployed,
Yeah.
but...
Yeah, I know, it seems to everyone else, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as they get a job, they turn on the dick switch.
So yeah, we
I've
ended
got
up
a
playing a
job
bunch
now,
of
by the way,
multiplayer DS games, didn't we?
That's
She
right.
had Tetris DS and Bomberman.
That's such a
So-
good version of
Te-
Tetris.
Why did I get rid of that? I used to have Tetris DS, and for whatever reason, I got rid of it at some
Because you're a
point.
big old fatty.
Yeah.
Download Mario Kart
Play
7.
one of the
Yeah, we played a little bit of Mario Kart 7 as well, but like Tetris DS is fucking brilliant.
Now the
yeah.
version of Bomberman as
I'm
well.
annoyed
Yeah,
I
that
missed out
Bomberman
on
was really
playing Smash Bros. On
I think
projector.
what,
Even if
on
it
that
was black and
brilliant.
white.
Yeah, it was for. I think what it was is they had it on like PAL rather than NTSC
Yeah.
or something like that, or the opposite, and it was just like all fuzzy for a while. But we did get it in colour eventually.
Yeah,
we just
they-
forgot to
they
film
fixed
it. But yeah, that
Nice
version
to
of
see
Bomberman, I
Carl.
think it's just called Bomberman, if I remember rightly, when it came out. It's actually like the whole arena is both screens, and you've got like little
Oh, wow.
tubes in the middle to like sneak through. You can actually kick the bombs through the tubes to the other side and
You
stuff.
can
yeah.
also hide between them. as
Yeah,
well.
you can. I think I actually died in one of them. I think I died within one of the tubes. I couldn't see where I was. I was like, what? Oh, I did. I died. Oh, I did.
It throws me off when they do stuff like that. I remember in Sonic Rush, it was like, you'd go up.
Yeah,
You
it'd
go,
keep going up and down the screen,
Where's
yeah.
your little belly? Oh, there he is. He's up there. Sonic, you crazy.
But yeah, on that Tetris DS, you've got like your game at the bottom, but then you've got everyone's game at the top in like
Yeah.
tiny little screens, including yours, so you can
You
play
can
like
actually
teeny
play it,
weeny
yeah.
Tetris on it. Like Game Boy Micro size Tetris. It's like really
Oh,
tiny.
yeah.
So you can either play it normally at the bottom or you can look at your teeny weeny
There's
game at the top.
only like
But if you
top
watch
level
if you play the
Japanese
tiny
players that
game at the
can
top,
play
you
it.
can also keep an eye on everyone else's game. It's weird. And so,
Yeah, that was a good Tetris.
yeah, it had like a Mario music and like a Mario theme in the background and stuff, and what looked like the first level from Mario Brothers, but with like some kind of like DeviantArt like photo behind
God.
it. It looked really tacky, but yeah, that's a bloody good version of Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played a little bit of Mario Kart 7 as well. And the only other game I've been playing is I ended up getting a free early access code to a game by... basically, there was a Kickstarter for a game called the 90s Racer a couple of years ago, and it's basically going to be like a new Daytona-style racing game that this one guy has been making for years. He's been trying to perfect the car physics for it and all that. Well, apparently it's got like the Daytona car, it's got a Scud race car, it's got a sort of like Formula One car for like the Indy 500 game.
Yeah.
Basically, he's trying to reference every Sega racing game in some fashion. I think there's even going to be like a retro stage that looks like Outrun with like all the like sprites going along, if I remember rightly. But because the game's taken so long to make, because naturally it's only like one or two blokes working on it. I think it's mainly him working on it, and then someone else doing like the music and stuff.
Wow.
So he's actually been working on another game, and he gave away a free Steam early access code to it called the Takeover. And in the same way that this is basically trying to be Daytona, the Takeover is Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
And I don't even mean just inspired. I mean, he has very clearly analysed Streets of Rage frame by frame to get it as close as possible. Because my God, is it so close to Streets of Rage, it's ridiculous. All the moves are pretty much identical. The throw is the same. The way the enemies sort of get stunned when you hit them, sort of like twitch about. Like so similar. I think the main difference, the thing that he added to it recently, was you've always got a gun, and you can like in like the bins and stuff where you would find like the apples, because it has the apples for health and that. Yeah. I think it sort of goes when you pick them up, but
Well,
or
like
it sort of
Simpsons or
goes.
something.
It sort of like makes a gulp noise or something. But yeah, but in those but in those bins you also find bullets, so you only got like a limited amount of bullets, and you can just sort of like, it's kind of like Resident Evil gun controls. You have to sort of like just hold the gun out and then press it, and then you can put it away again. But obviously you're quite vulnerable with just holding the gun, so you have to be quite quick with it. So. And the other issue, though, is later on in the level, because it's so early access, it's only one level right now.
Yeah.
But there's enemies with guns as well, but they have like unlimited bullets as far as I can tell. I don't think you can like kick the guns out of their hands or something. That's something I hope that they add if they can at some point.
Yeah.
But when you get to the boss at the end of the level, it's like a bloke with a flamethrower. But then there's like continuously
Does he run diagonally
respawning.
across the screen?
Like the enemies with the it's not a fat bloke. No, it's just like some big burly guy with a big beard and that. It was like a flamethrower or some kind of like flame-proof suit on or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's also like a non-stop respawning amount of the guys with the guns. So they're all on like the left-hand side, all shooting bullets at you, and you've got the flamethrower guy.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit of a pain in the ass. You have to sort of make sure you've got enough bullets, shoot them down, and then rush up on them. And
Yeah.
even this character who's basically Axel, more or less, he's just got slightly different clothes on. And he's even got the same kind of like hair splitting at the top. He's got the same flame like punch thing.
Oh, really?
The only thing he's got sort of different is he's got a sort of kind of Hadoken type thing he can throw out as well, which is a bit. I think like when you do like the button that does the special, you can either just press it to do the flame thing to like knock everyone out around you, just like in Streets of Rage. But if you hold forward and the special, you get the sort of Hadoken.
A bit like
thing.
Shiva.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
He has like 5 fists.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. But graphics are absolutely beautiful in it. I think it's like a Unity engine game. All the characters appear to be sprites, but they're not sprites like pixel. They're like pre-rendered 3D models that have been turned into sprites.
Nice.
And they're sort of walking around in a 3D environment, but it looks... it's kind of an odd look to it. I mean, like, the characters kind of look a bit too shiny and whatnot, but... Obviously, it's so early. It's so early on. I think he's only been working on it for best part of 6 months to a year. So it's like really early. There's going to be a second. There's going to be like a second character in a 2-player co-op mode added.
Nice.
It's got a survival mode where it just throws enemies at you non-stop and tells you how many you've beaten. And there's going to be like an arcade mode as well, which
non-stop.
So it's got like a story mode, a arcade mode which isn't open yet, and a survival mode. I think it's about £4 to buy if you do want to like join in on like the whole like giving him feedback and stuff, because that's the whole point of like early access. They always take quite a few years to come off it. I mean, I remember Kerbal Space Program came out like 3 or 4 years ago, like as an early access game, maybe 3 years ago, and it only just finally got like complete last year. But like the amount of feedback they had on that,
I believe Shenmue 3 is going down that road, aren't they?
Really?
Yeah, one of the.
I'm
not
quite
too
surprised
late down
actually.
the list.
I'm quite surprised they don't want to wait till it's like fully done.
I know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's the thing that was on the on the rewards part of the Kickstarter. It was like 1 or 2 down. You get the PC trial version. They said.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I don't know if that's the same thing as like early access, but it might.
It's probably going to be their own take on it.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's quite interesting actually. Yeah. I completely forgot about that, to be honest, but I did see it on there. I don't know, was our tier on that?
It should be, yeah.
Yeah, because
it was only a few down.
Ah, okay, so yeah, we
It's
most
probably like
likely.
$30 sort of.
Ah, right, yeah, so
area,
we'd definitely
so,
have that then. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing really.
Excellent.
So not a lot.
Our percussion sound like Genesis.
What's that?
Percussion. Sounds like Genesis.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Which one? Like, which track?
All of them. I kid.
Okay, so now let's just let Phil get it out of his system. Go on then. This is your moment.
This
is your
that song.
Oh, come on.
Like, this is my... Yeah, she done another song called This Is My Moment.
This is my moment. Oh, that was
Harry Hill and his cat thing.
No. It was an actual song, wasn't it? This is my moment.
Oh, yeah,
Was it
Harry Hill
that
took
old-
Nick out of
that
it.
old trollop that was on the EastEnders.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Stairs.
Oh, troll.
This is my moment. Down the stairs.
Yeah. So, do we have
I love you, Pat.
topic tonight? Because I don't.
I was thinking there's
Fuse.
some kind of related newsy type bits. Kind of news, but yeah. Well, some of them literally are, but
We need a news theme.
Is there a
That's
bell
it.
sound on there?
a bell sound.
No.
Wait, do that
That'll take
on off
ages to
Do
find.
that on off again, like 4 times in a row.
It's hard to time. You actually used to stay at the YMCA.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fucking fun.
I used to live there. Believe me, you can do whatever you feel.
You could hang out with all the boys though.
Yeah, that was fun.
You could have a good meal if you made it yourself.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you feel, except for have someone in your flat like past midnight.
I was going to say, this year's got to be like the 20.
Maybe I feel like some ecstasy. Sorry.
This year's going to be like the 25th anniversary of Sonic, but
Again?
no, it was the 20th when Generations came out.
This
But,
year's the 25th anniversary of me being alive as well. Spooky.
There's an event in Tokyo.
Yeah, there's no unreleased games of you.
Heroes been alive for 25 years. Ending all the words in your.
That's not Japanese, but just saying ooh at the end of everything.
Yes, it is a
I
root.
really think so.
I really think so.
Yeah, they haven't actually like revealed any like new games or anything this year, but so far this year's kind of been a bit of a like Sonic's past is a bit more. It's been more fascinating in his future or something, because like there's been quite a few little bits and bobs in the last month or so. You know the whole thing that we discussed once before about all the rumours about Michael Jackson working on Sonic 3?
Yeah.
They've kind of pretty much been confirmed.
Really?
I
Yeah,
thought it
you know.
was.
No, it was all just kind of like speculation,
Oh, it was
and
all
a couple
like-
people
yeah.
that sort of said it. But now there's been like a big article on the Huffington Post.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like a
that
pretty
was-
big
yeah.
website, you know. They did a big article about it, pretty much talking about everything we already knew.
Yeah.
But then in the last few pages, they actually interviewed 4 of the musicians that are credited in Sonic 3.
Right.
And they all pretty much explained everything that happened
Oh,
in a
right.
way. Like, for the most part, they didn't know exactly why or what was cut.
Yeah.
But they apparently submitted something like 41 different songs to Sonic 3. Obviously, not all of them got used.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty much confirmed that Michael Jackson was sort of brought in for that, and they kind of produced the music under his supervision, you know. And apparently, they did actually record something in the way of like CD quality music, and then they just had to compress it down to Mega Drive. So somewhere out there, one of the composers apparently has the originals,
Release
but
that shit, man.
he's obviously not allowed to without permission. Because the whole problem with this whole
Just do it
thing
non-profit.
is
Fine.
it sounds like Sega did it without like like when that whole court case stuff happened around the early 90s. Sega, they were so far along with it. Sega just went, well, we'll just keep it secret. He's still making the music, but just let it.
Yeah.
Just don't credit him, that kind of thing. And that's what they reckon anyway. The way Michael Jackson came up with the music first is he just sort of beatboxed it, and then they just recorded all that and sort of went from there as well. So apparently,
Is that why if you listen really closely you can hear
well, pretty much like
I want to see those recordings. So it's just.
yeah, I hope so. Yeah, that'd be amazing. But that boss boss music from Sonic 3, for example. Oh no, that doesn't count actually, because that's Run DMC sampling in that case. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently it's pretty much kind of confirmed, but from anyone other than obviously the Michael Jackson estate, because obviously if it came out and Sega could, the reason Sega isn't confirming it and being really secretive about that soundtrack is because they just know the bloody Jackson estate's going to be on top, jump on them and be like, oh, where's our royalties and all that kind of stuff. So that's probably why
the Jackson 5 are coming for
that's
that.
why at the 20th anniversary they did all those soundtracks of Sonic 1, 2, CD, Adventure and all that, but they skipped over Sonic 3.
Right. I want to remake every Jackson 5 song with klaxons and call it the Jackson 5. The
Klaxon.
No, the klaxon jive. Carry on.
So it's just. That would be fun to listen to.
One thing that was quite amusing in the article is the guy that wrote the article decided to for some reason make up a name for Sonic fans, you know, kind of like how there's like the whole brony thing. He came up with the Blues.
Oh, fuck off.
It's like, oh, the research from the Blues. He just kept mentioning the Blues. It's like, this is the first time anyone's mentioned this.
What's a cock?
It's just make it up like random.
I
don't think you need to make
hogs.
Yeah. No, he could have at the very least used what they had in like the old British comic and called us boomers or something.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was in Sonic the comic. It was boomers.
Yeah.
Those things from Fantasy Star.
Yeah.
I want to sample that and make a song out of it.
So yeah, if you look up Michael Jackson Sonic Huffington Post, you'll find the whole article, and it's quite an eye opener. So yeah, there was that. I think it was this month or last month, but just the other day, a guy on Tumblr who collects arcade boards, who lives in Japan and has like, I think he's a contributor to MAME. He's got his hands on a, well, supposedly, we don't know 100% yet, but he basically took a photo of a title screen of a game called Sega Sonic Bros. And he's somehow found he's got his hands on some kind of prototype of a possibly unreleased game, because the best bit is the title screen's got Sonic, but then it's got a red Sonic and a yellow Sonic. It's like the original Sonic OCs, like long before
Yeah,
anything.
like Sonic Recolours before Sonic Recolours.
Yeah, so he
So you
basically...
reckon Blondie could be a playable character?
What?
Yeah, Sonic Blonic and Flonic.
Yeah, he put up this title. He put up this title screen and just put, the Holy Grail. Everyone just, assumed it was fake looking at it.
Yeah.
But the guy that posted it was also the guy that dumped last year. He dumped two rare Sonic arcade games. One of them was Sonic Waku Waku Police or something. And it's like a kids' rides that came out in like 91 or something.
Wow.
It was like the second Sonic game ever
came
made
out
or
in
something.
91 as well.
Or 92, I don't know.
Okay.
But
Also the popcorn
out.
game as well.
yeah.
I came out of Mum.
Yeah, he managed to get ROM dumps of both this Waku Waku Police game, which was just like a kids' ride thing, but it had like a game screen on it and you could control it with a steering
Isn't
wheel.
Waku Waku an onomatopoeia for flapping your mouth? Isn't that where Pac-Man gets the wacka wacka wacka?
Possibly.
I swear I heard that.
Sonic does talk a lot in that game, so he does actually. I think that's the first time he had a voice.
What?
It's a long story, but the La They Do They Know in Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, I want to make a song out of it. I actually saw a little video that explained that there is more to it than just...
Well, it's Japanese alphabet, isn't it?
That's what it is. There's two Japanese alphabets. One of them's like Ra, Re, Ru, Re, the other one's like something else. But there isn't one for L's. So it's literally...
Of course not, because the L one would be Ro.
Yeah. So because of that, it literally translates. Well, it doesn't have like any kind of translation from it, so it is literally gibberish. So I just thought I'd throw that in.
Yeah. That's fine.
A
Trivia,
little bit of
jibber
actual
jabber.
game trivia amongst all my bollocks that I talk.
So yeah, he both last year these games that people never even so much as seen other than like blurry photos of and a couple little like photos of the screen of, he managed to not only find a machine, get the PCB out of it and dump it to MAME so anyone can play it.
Wow.
He also picked up another one and did the same thing. It was a popcorn machine. Sega made there was a Japanese Sonic popcorn maker machine where you basically had like this steering thing on it and you could play this little game while the machine is making popcorn. And again, it's got like Sonic and Tails with like full voice acting, and Robotnik's got like these sort of like he's got like ballerina legs and he's like chasing you with a hammer and stuff. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, you managed to dump that as well, though unfortunately no popcorn comes out of your PC. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Yet. They haven't made a popcorn USB dispenser or some kind. But yeah, you managed to dump both of those last year. So there's, pretty much 99% chance this is real. It was literally just yesterday that he put up the title screen thing on Tumblr. It was just like the holy grail he put underneath it, because he had like wall to wall of like arcade boards in his room, all stuffed along in like bubble wrap against the wall. And I don't know how he got his hands on this, but he posted up another screenshot today, which was just like the player menu. It was like one player or versus mode.
Yeah.
And he also listed underneath it that it's designed by the creator of Bubble Bobble. What could this be? I'm just really excited to find out what this is now. I'm kind of hoping it's not just some mediocre puzzle game or something, you know, like a Tetris style thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, that wouldn't be bad. But there was a Mega Drive Sonic game called Sonic Eraser that was only on the online adapter thingy.
Oh, was that the Sega Net?
That'd be amazing.
No, not Sega Net. Sega Net was the Dreamcast one. They did like a little modem add-on that went in the back of the Mega Drive, and there was a couple exclusive games to it, and one of them was called Sonic Eraser, and it was just like this really lame puzzle game that was a bit like Columns, but no, Sega Net's Dreamcast.
You sure?
That was the American Dreamcast one. I don't know what the Japanese Mega Drive one was called. There was also a Saturn one which came out in like America and stuff as well. But yeah, pretty much every console, even the Famicom had some form of trying to do online or using a phone or something. But yeah, I'm just hoping it's not a game like that where it's just some basic puzzle game that just so happens to have Sonic in. But the fact that it's created by the creator of Bubble Bobble and Rainbow Islands.
Yeah,
I think he was like the game designer of like Darius 2 as well. It's like he's only ever done Taito games before. Why would he do a Sega game?
Yeah.
But the only way I can assume that he's found this out is that he's got to the credits of it in some fashion, or just figured it out. You know, found the name somewhere in the game from playing it. But apparently it went into a location test, because a lot of arcade games, they go into tests where they basically take them to an arcade. Just build like one or two.
Oh.
That's how most arcade games come out. They put them in they just dump them in an arcade and see how it goes.
Oh.
And if it does well, then they'll manufacture it. But apparently this one failed to do well because it was probably way too early in terms of like a Sonic game. It's copyrighted 1992. But that's pretty much all we know at the moment. By the time this podcast goes out, we might actually know more about it, because he has said that he intends to dump it to MAME as well. So, because apparently it runs on, I think it might run on the System 32 Sega hardware, the same hardware that Fantasy Zone ran on.
Yeah.
When the title screen first came out and it's got like the red and yellow Sonic, at first I thought it was just going to be a early prototype of the game, the arcade game Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, the trackball one that had Mighty the Armadillo and a character called Ray the Squirrel, because they were red and yellow. So I just assumed, maybe this is like a really early version of that.
Well, the yellow looks like almost like Super Sonic.
A tiny bit, yeah, but yeah, it's really weird.
I reckon
Hyper
Hypersonic was a little cheeky nod to that game. All these little different Sonics that you'll
yeah,
never see.
yeah.
I used to, as a kid, pause it all the time. I was like, look, Green Sonic!
Did you ever see that glitch that you can do in Sonic 2 where you can get like a green and black Sonic? And people actually gave it a name for some reason. It was so weird. Something to do with like a going underneath a waterfall in debug mode or something, and for some reason it messes up his palette, so he's like fully green, but then he's got like bits of black on his face, like along his spikes and stuff. It's really weird.
I wouldn't be surprised if they made a creepypasta out of it.
I don't think. Yeah, that was like that's like one of the oldest like discoveries in like the Sonic fandom. For some reason, they gave it the name Ashura. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just like an ancient.
By Azura.
Yeah, it's like really bright green. It's just like a palette glitch. Yeah. I seem to remember there was like some thing with like a green Knuckles in Sonic 3 as well.
Oh, Rankles.
You Rankles.
That's it.
Oh, that was it. There was this thing in the official Sega UK magazine. They did like this joke contest, and it was called Find Rankles and win like £10 million or something like that. But it was obviously a joke. And it was like, if you can find this green echidna with like weird circle feet with spikes coming out of them. It was clearly just some shit Photoshop job. And someone actually contacted them and said, I found a green Knuckles. And they were like, it don't count because he don't have spiny feet. Because obviously it was a joke anyway, but then someone actually legitimately found a green Knuckles by messing around in debug mode. I actually found out where it was as well from messing around enough. When you go into Marble Garden Zone, if you're in debug, you sort of fly to the top of the level, and there's loads of just like jumbled up bits of tiles, and for some reason Green Knuckles is up there somewhere.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think it was Marble Garden. It might have been launch based, but one of the two. Yeah, Gobble Martin. So yeah, now I'm just talking about loads of random old Sonic shit. Now I am literally just talking about random old Sonic shit. Because something about like Sonic's history just absolutely fascinates me, and this popping up out of nowhere just makes me think. Yeah, as I said, I thought it might be like a Sega Sonic the Hedgehog prototype, whereas because that game was up to 3 players. And yeah, one of the characters was red and one was yellow, so maybe they just started with 3 Sonics of different colours.
Yeah.
But judging from the fact that it has a versus mode and it's by the designer of Bubble Bobble makes me think it's something else entirely.
Yeah.
My dream for this is it's actually like a Rainbow Islands or Bubble Bobble style game with Sonic in it. You know, like a single screen platform where you've got all the bayonets and you have to like spin into them and stuff. It could be a bit like Snow Bros, you know, where you roll the snowballs into things, but you like spin attack into them instead. That would be amazing. I really hope that's the case.
Well,
this is just me setting myself up for disappointment.
Sonic Bros.
Yeah.
Snow Bros, Sonic Bros.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. So that's kind of like my dream for it. I'm setting myself up for disappointment, but you know, by the time this podcast goes out, we might even know because he's put out one screenshot yesterday and one today, so he knows it's insanely popular. I just hope like people, because the thing with like the Sonic fandoms, when stuff like this comes up. Like, for example, like some of the musicians talking about the Michael Jackson thing, they basically get badgered by Sonic fans to find out more. And sometimes they're like, you know what, you guys are emailing me too much, I'm leaving. They're just like, bugger off. So I really hope people ain't badgering him too much for this information. Just let him, you know, get on with it. The same way that he got on with the popcorn and Waku Sonic Police thing. You know what's quite funny about that game? When you beat the level, which is really simple, you just sort of like drive around, you have to stop at the lights, and then Robotnik shows up in his ship and you throw bombs at him or something. You get like a star rating at the end, and Sonic's like in the little emblem thing, wearing a little police hat. And if you get 5 stars, if you get 5 stars, the game basically gives you a seizure. Like Sonic's arms raise up and his eyes go really weird, and the whole screen flashes. It's like, oh! He sort of gives little children seizures basically, because it's like a little child's ride game. It's like, you did the best at this game. It's really weird. Yeah.
You did it, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it's really interesting and I find Sonic history fascinating. There's still so much stuff that needs to be found, like a Sonic 1 prototype. That's the absolute holy grail. So many people have like hoaxed it, you know, like done fake ROMs and like filmed off the screen and stuff. All we've got to go on that is some little bits of footage. One of them was actually the pilot episode to that Nick Arcade program, and this kid had a choice of Mario Brothers 3. Yeah, Mario Brothers 3, Sonic 1, I think it was like Magician Lord and a Neo Geo and something else. And he decided to pick Sonic, and you think, yes, we got some prototype footage because of this kid. And it was like, oh, get 60 rings in 2 minutes or 30 seconds or something like that. And unfortunately, he was really good at it, so he beat the level really quick. He got the rings really quick. But we did get to see it was a prototype because, yeah, you know the Wrecking Ball from the first boss? Originally, it was going to be like an object in the level, and like that little slip at the start of one of the first level actually had that ball rolling around on it, and you can jump on it and sort of make it roll around. It didn't seem to have any purpose other than just you can just roll on it and it just runs around, rolls back and forth. I don't really know why it was there, but yeah, that was one of the few examples. The other time people have spotted prototype footage was in Wayne's World.
Oh yeah.
It's in the background on some screens.
Oh, right.
They're watching some program about. There's like an ad, that arcade advert. Yeah, it's got a marble garden and there's like UFOs in the sky.
What?
And people actually found a UFO sprite in
Wow.
like a mobile phone version of Sonic 1 or something, like an old mobile version.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, so all this like evidence of like, apparently Sega actually wanted to put the prototype in Sonic Generations, but they couldn't find it.
Oh.
Dicks.
They obviously don't have it anymore. Don't know why. Because apparently
I sold it for drugs.
the earliest prototype was shown up at like a CES, and apparently it was too fast. People were saying like you move so fast, it was making them sick, and it had like something like 4 layers of parallax. You have like the palm trees at the front and the back, and they're all sort of like flowing along with the scenery and stuff. So yeah, if anyone can find that and
That'd be nice.
get that out there, that'd be great by the end of this year, because 25th anniversary would be nice to get all that all that
That would be
history
special,
out there.
wouldn't it?
I just find
25th anniversary, go back and find the original.
yeah, and then send it to Sega
Yeah.
so they can actually put it on something.
They'll give you 15p for that.
Oh, you should see how much money
Sega
people
aren't very
have
good
paid
with
for
money.
prototypes. I think the most recent one was someone got their hands on what was basically an auto demo for the Game Gear version of Sonic 2.
Oh, wow.
And it was literally like a 30-second demonstration of the game, and then it just had like a coming soon bit on it. Someone paid hundreds and hundreds of pounds for that because they were hoping there would be like, when they go into the ROM, they would find extra stuff, but I don't think they did. But sometimes they spent a fortune on these prototypes because they just see the car and someone says, "Oh, here's the prototype," and they pay a fortune for it, and it would just be like the final game. It's a
Yeah,
prototype, but
pretty
it's like a review copy or something. So that's the gamble with those things. Sometimes they get really lucky, like what happens way back when that Sonic 2 beta came out, the one that's got Wood Zone and
Oh yeah, people have actually managed to sort of put the levels back together as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, that's the best thing about that smartphone version of Sonic 2 is they actually rebuilt the Hidden Palace level.
Yeah.
From it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they actually made it it's like a secret in the mobile version. You know that bottomless pit in Mystic Cave Zone?
Yeah.
In the smartphone version, if you fall down there, you go to Hidden Palace. It's fucking cool. And he just like completed the level and actually made it have a boss and everything. It was really cool. Put that on consoles.
Yeah, I fucking hate
That's what they need to do this year. Make a collection of all those. Like Sonic 1,
I
CD.
saw a trailer for Secret of Mana, it's Adventures of Mana it's called.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Wow, new Mana game, now it's on fucking an iOS and shit.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
funny you should mention that. I'm really fucked off, right? Because throughout the whole of the Xbox 3, the last generation, that kind of generation of consoles, there was rumours about all over the place about there being a Grand Theft Auto collection, like the PS2
Oh,
games,
yeah,
of
yeah.
there being all HD and stuff.
Oh,
But
right.
they've done it with 3 Vice City and San Andreas, but they're all on mobiles. And the only one that we got on console, they did a shit job converting it from the mobile to console. That one that I'm banging on about. Like, they just fucked it up.
Yeah,
So why are you making HD versions of the games that people would love to buy, but only put them on mobile, where you're going to play it all like, why would you play an open world 3D game on a mobile?
Yeah, that is the weirdest place to put something like that when it needs so many buttons and
I know
analog
the mobile
sticks.
platform is big for some fucking reason, but just don't treat. Don't.
I'm
shut
glad you're
the
bringing
console
this up
thing.
because that is actually segmenting straight into the next thing I want to talk
Oh,
about,
okay,
funnily
cool.
enough. But yeah, continue.
No, that's it. That's what I was going to say. Was,
Just what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Sort it out, you digs.
Nintendo.
A HD version of Vice City would be amazing. I'd do
It would
fucking
actually.
play to that right now.
I know. They've got the backwards compatible
No, I like it.
PS2 download games on PS4, and they actually are upscaled to HD.
Yeah.
I think one or two of the GTAs were the first ones to be put on there, and I think they may have added like trophies as well, as far as I know. But, yeah. I think that's the closest you're probably going to get.
Yeah.
But again, apparently they may have cut a couple songs from it as well.
That does
Which I think
happen.
might have been the case
Yeah.
in the mobile one as well. That's
That
the
does
problem with
happen.
those kind of games is like all that
Yeah.
stuff's kind of hard to keep recouping. Like when they re-released Jet Set Radio, I think there was only one song they couldn't get back. They managed to get most of them, but yeah. So yeah, going into what I was gonna talk about next is Nintendo have given a little bit more detail about what they're doing with the whole they're making mobile game thing.
Right.
It sounds like their first app is basically just a Me thing.
Oh, yeah,
It's called Miimoto, and all it seems to be is just like a way of having Miis on a phone.
Right.
And I think you can do like augmented photos and then just share them on social networks. That's kind of all it sounds like it is.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like it's like a full-on
What's
game.
your pash?
Apparently they're saying their next mobile game is going to be based on a big IP, but obviously they're not saying what yet. And apparently they're going to make a...
Bloody well make it Metroid, because they haven't made anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one time they have...
football one.
Yeah, that game that everyone's pissing and moaning about, which is really annoying.
Oh, the football one.
Yeah, Federation Force or whatever. Well, it isn't just that football game, isn't it? That's just the mini game.
Yeah.
The actual game is like a co-op multiplayer
Pretty
thing.
good to me.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, it hasn't got Samus and it's not exactly the same. Yeah. Entitlement. So yeah, apparently they're going to release like 5 phone games by March 2017. So not a lot.
Okay.
I was just kind of trying to think what kind of games would work. I mean, for me, I think one of the ones that seems...
Yeah, they're going to do bloody Zelda. They're going to do that.
I'm just trying to think of games that would actually make sense on like phone, and I think one of them would probably be those Mario versus Donkey Kong games. You know, the ones where you've got like the little robot Marios and you have to like make... It's kind of like Lemmings. They made like 5 or 6 of those over like the
Really?
year.
They made that?
They've made loads. They seem to make one every other year. In fact, I think they're bringing out one on...
game.
Yeah. That's what they need to do as well. You read my notes.
What? No, did you put?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
yeah, but
oh, maybe I had it. In
yeah, Mario versus Donkey Kong. I think they started on the GBA.
Oh
but
yeah,
they've done. Yeah. But yeah, because that's like touchscreen based. I think they're doing a Wii U one this year that will be like Amiibo compatible, and you can have like a Diddy Kong robot or a Peach robot or anything like that. But all the Mario
Smash
ones.
Bros, that's what it's going to be.
But yeah, I think that would make sense on phones. But yeah, also, as we just mentioned, WarioWare. Can you imagine the cutscenes for it with Wario like going, "Oh, we've finally gotten onto this mobile thing. Now we're going to make lots of money." And it'll be like, "I make micro games, but now I can make microtransactions." Ka-ching! I could just imagine them being that self-aware with it. That like Wario's. It's like the ultimate place for these money grabbing like micro game thing. Plus, it would make sense that you could just have like touchscreen based, pretty much just like WarioWare touched.
Yeah, because you want something where there's not going to be overly complex game.
Yeah, exactly.
Control inputs.
Yeah, you don't want like a big elaborate like Zelda game or something like that on it. Really,
I just know they will because it's Zelda
I
and
don't
Mario
think.
like
I personally don't think they're going to. I think they're still classing this as like a secondary thing, just to make a bit of money. Judging by this Miimoto thing, I don't think they're going to be putting like their biggest games on there by any means. Because the other thing that they sort of went into at some kind of business thing was what the replacement to Club Nintendo is. It's going to be called My Nintendo, and it's going to be linked to the mobile games, Wii U and 3DS. Pretty much everything's all going to be connected to this account thing. And instead of having club points or whatever they were called, Nintendo points, they're going to have like sort of like Mario coins. They're going to have like platinum coins that you can use to buy like new themes for your 3DS or wallpapers or just free stuff. Right. And then there's going to be gold coins, which are actually the coins that go towards eventually buying vouchers for digital downloads on like consoles and stuff. And it sounds like it is going to be linked to all the systems. So it'll be using your Nintendo network ID and basically using that to log into all the Nintendo
So all those
stuff.
people that rushed out to spend their points will be like, fuck.
Well, you did
No, I
have
think
to
that-
use
yeah, I
them.
think
You did
that
have
was
to
still
use
cool,
them.
aren't
Yeah,
they?
that's.
Oh,
I don't know if they're going to be doing anything along the lines of like all the exclusive merch like they used to do with Club Nintendo because
Shit, that was awesome.
yeah, that was really cool. Like
I
some
was
of
able
the
to get
nice.
my way before that went down. They got the Murry Galaxy OST.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, they actually had that on there.
They did for
I couldn't find it for ages. So in the end,
Yeah.
when I finished off my points, I ended up getting 2 soundtracks. I think one of them was the one they did right at the end. It was like a farewell Club Nintendo album. It's all like ending themes to a collection of games. It's a really nice little box set. It's like 2 discs or something. And
Track
the other one I got was.
Why is this on here?
It's got some really weird games on it. It's got some pretty unusual like Japanese only games and stuff. But the other soundtrack I got was Murry Curry 8 because that's got a bloody amazing soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
Like that Excite Bike remix alone was worth it. But yeah, that's what I ended up getting my Club Nintendo stuff. But apparently this is all going to, like both the first app and the My Nintendo thing is going to kick off in March. So it's really soon, and that's in the UK as well. But they're apparently saying if you log in with your Nintendo ID sometime this month, you might be able to get the app early and then like join My Nintendo early as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting. We'll have to see where this is going to end up going and where Nintendo's mobile stuff is going. I mean, technically they have sort of got 2 mobile games coming out because they've got that Pokemon Go coming out. And all technically it's not Nintendo making that.
Oh,
It's
Pokemon.
Pokemon Company kind of does their own thing a lot of the time.
Pokemon, go do one.
Pokemon Go do.
What really kind of annoyed me about Pokemon Go is, did you see the trailer they did for that? It's the most elaborate thing Nintendo's like, or the Pokemon company's ever done. It's kind of like, you know how mobile phone adverts are always the most expensive, extravagant fucking things you've ever seen. That's exactly what that was like. And the other thing they were doing is they're clearly, very squarely aiming at people that played the original game because it only had Gen 1 Pokemon in it,
And
so
there's
you
this
know
big
who
Mewtwo
they're
event
aiming at.
in New York.
Yeah, it's just the most overly done advert that obviously got people hyped like mad. The game is going to be nothing like that. I'm sorry, it's augmented reality Pokemon. You find them in real locations, but it is not going to be anything like that. Everyone, but people are like, "Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's my dreams come true." It's like it won't. I'm sorry, but it's.
I've always wanted to break mobile phones at places.
Basically, it's going to be. It's basically all it's going to do is badger you with notification all the time, saying, "Oh, there's a Jigglypuff around here. Remember those? Remember Jigglypuffs? You're a Gen 1 gamer, right?" And it's just going to keep notifying you that
our money.
it's like,
Your
I'm
money,
busy. You know, you're busy trying to go to work, and it's like, oh, there's a Venusaur in that corner over there by your office space.
Club? Fuck work! Right, why were you
So
late?
go do this
You're
now.
over an hour
Hey.
late. Why were you late? There was a Vile Plume.
Oh, sorry, you haven't got a powerful enough Pokeball microtransaction.
Eevee.
It's just under your
It could
desk.
be anything.
It's in the toilet. Get out of the toilet.
I can turn it into anything I want.
So yeah, it just really annoyed me because there was like this Pokemon brand, you know, like the Super Bowl in America. They always have really extravagant ad for that. They had like a Pokemon trailer
Oh,
for
Janet
that.
Jackson got his shit out again.
In the Pokemon ad, yeah. They got really desperate.
She exposed her Pokeballs.
So yeah, that's what. It's just. I think this is my biggest problem with mobile phone games. It's not so much that most of the games are shit. It's just the fact that they make so much money from like microtransactions that they can make the most extravagant adverts and constantly advertise them on TV, like in between like bloody daytime programs and stuff. And like, have you seen like because like you play Rayman Adventures, didn't you? And you have to watch adverts to get stuff
Like
in the
gems
game,
and
didn't you?
chicken and whatnot.
Yeah, to get chicken. And some of the adverts that come up, I think one of them had like Mariah Carey in armour or something. It's like they just paid Mariah Carey to show up in some... and you see the actual game, and it's just yet another isometric RTS-like castle.
There wasn't the
armour.
Arnold Schwarzenegger game.
Yeah, there's that as well. And again, it's the same isometric war game. They all seem to be like micromanagement, like bloody tower games.
9 out of 10 of them are.
Yeah, and one of them had like Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, and they just spend all this money on these adverts because they can, because they make so much money off these free-to-play games.
So we got a bit off tangent, but do you remember we saw a video earlier that made our blood boil? It was, I went on it because I kind of knew it was going to annoy me. I'm a bit of a glutton for irritants.
Yeah.
But,
And food.
you prick.
Sorry, that was Tom's joke.
It said, what is it, top 10 times. It's already said top 10. Top 10 times The Simpsons predicted the future. And one of them was they predicted the Farmville games because of there's an episode where kids are playing Yard Work Simulator and they're like, oh, so you predicted Farmville. What?
No, that predicted that there will be video games about farms, of which there was Harvest Moon long before bloody Farmville.
Fuck.
And there is actual farmer simulators as well,
Yeah.
like on consoles now and everything. So.
Exactly. It was so stupid. It was things like that, wasn't
Yeah.
it? One of them was, because there was a wrecking ball in the film, the Simpsons movie, we reckon that if, they predicted the song, what was it called?
Oh, come on.
That stupid fucking song, yeah. And
Predicted
because
someone
Homer got
else
hit by a
uses a wrecking ball
Yeah.
at some point in some kind of
That's
media.
what I said. So basically,
Fucking hell.
they retroactively predicted Hey Arnold. That episode where that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the guy gets a wrecking ball and goes a bit
You're
loopy.
right. I completely forgot.
Yeah, there we go.
I need to watch that again. I bet I'll remember every bloody episode. Some of them are like really ingrained in my mind for some reason because they repeated them constantly.
Yeah.
I think CITV or something.
Yeah, sounds about right. It was a Nickelodeon property. wasn't
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the one that stands out in my head the most is the one where he had to learn karate and he ends up like kicking some guy's clothes off or something. And as the guy comes up,
remember that one.
the guy comes up, there's lots of fat bloke comes up and he goes,
time.
"Hey, mister,
Yeah.
what's..." And then he kicks him or something and he always clothes but his pants fall off. He goes, "I just wanted to know what the time was." It's all goes off.
I remember that one.
Yeah, for some reason that wasn't really sticks in my mind.
Wow.
Well, I obviously did the job.
They obviously repeated
it.
it. Yeah, they repeated it a lot. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I remember the Eugene kid was quite funny. The one who always got into accidents.
Now,
Hey Eugene, oh hi,
now we've got
talking
really
about
off
fucking
tangent.
Hey Arnold.
So sorry,
Well, not
as I'm
fucking Hey
saying,
Arnold.
No, I'm sure some people on the internet do talk about that, but not us. Honest.
Tumblr
DeviantArt.
/ Hey Arnold fucking.
Hey Arnold fucking Helga or whatever her name was.
Oh god, yeah.
don't look up Hey Arnold DeviantArt. Don't do that.
Yeah.
So
Put your football head in my Helga
Goal. I don't know.
between my goalposts.
Except it was American football, but never mind.
Anyway, sorry, yeah. So as I was saying, this video about like predicting the future, one of them was, they predicted 9/11 because on an episode they went to New York and there's a voucher that said it had like New York $9 and they were like, so it's like 9/11, isn't it?
$9.
It says 9 and it's New York and please watch our channel and give us what. Please,
Give us some. That's all that they just need sandwiches to
Like,
live off.
comment, subscribe, and give us money.
just come on, please. So yeah, sorry.
It's alright, but it's alright because eventually someone will like copyright top 10s and then
Top 10 world.
top 10 world.
Oh, wasn't there like a ITV programme that was called that, Top 10 of Everything?
Sounds about right.
Oh, way back in the 90s.
Before like they just made
from the 90s, 90s kid.
90s racer, 90s kid.
Oh, one of those annoyed me. Still going off tangent again.
Yeah, that's alright.
It was just a picture with
nothing.
John Candy. And if you remember this guy, you're awesome. Or you were alive during the 90s.
Or
Why are you awesome for remembering who John Candy
Or
is?
you've watched any film ever, like.
Yeah.
or
You were just
repeat of
alive at a
film on the
certain
telly.
time.
Well, it's still on telly now.
Or
Why don't you
just
watch
watched it
always
at
on
any
telly?
point since the 90s.
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking
Yeah.
twats. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm angry on this episode.
Cool runnings.
Yeah.
I want to wrap up soon. I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
We've got one last thing on there.
Yeah, just
So
another
we've done
little.
about mobile phone games. being
Yeah, we're
a
done.
pain in the dick.
Fuck for that.
More or less.
If
Going
only the
back
world
to
could be done
Nintendo,
with
there's
games.
pretty much it kind of looks like Mother 3 might be coming out on Wii U Virtual Console,
Really?
aka the last Earthbound.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
not like
indie?
confirmed in any way yet. It's
Right.
just been loads of like rumours and tweets by people
there's
that are
always
apparently
rumours.
involved. But apparently the 10th anniversary is sometime in the summer, and they might be releasing it for then.
it's it came out on April 20th.
Oh, April. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so that'd be even sooner. Okay.
April
So
Fools.
by that very late April Fools. But yeah,
It's
with
still
any
in April,
luck,
it counts.
we might be getting the translation of that as well, seeing as they did put out that
Would that
Earthbound
be
Beginnings.
a lot of them, or is
That's
there
all
any
three,
more?
yeah, that's all three. Yeah, there was the NES one, the SNES one, which came out in America, and then the GBA one.
That's right.
That started out as an was it N64 game?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was originally going to be an N64 game in 3D, and then for some reason they cancelled it, and many years later it came out as a GBA game.
And if you like Earthbound and you're a dickhead, there's always Undertale to play.
Which apparently might possibly be getting ported to Wii U.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Can you just port it straight to Tumblr?
I think it's been ported to Tumblr enough.
Yeah.
I don't know, let people, whatever.
No,
It's
that's
their
it now.
money.
That's it, we're going to get internet mobbed for that. Slagging off Undertale.
Well, while we're at
You
it,
might already
Five
get internet
Nights at
mob for
Freddy's.
slagging off Bloodborne, but
Fuck Bloodborne. Overrated.
for some reason I keep getting Bloodborne and Bloodstain's names muddled up a lot of the time. Like that Castlevania theme, you know, Bloodborne.
Castlemania.
Castlevania.
Sure hope that's gonna be for for real, like Mother 3 coming out, because there is a fan translation on it, but playing it on an emulator is a little bit complicated because you have to like sort of save your game in some really like funny way.
Yeah.
Oh, what with that to stop it from breaking or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
okay. Yeah, didn't that fan translation come out really recently?
It,
Like or was it?
a few years ago it did.
Oh, okay, not recently.
Oh.
I'm thinking where the last 5 years have gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. But
But yeah, I did play a
Like,
bit of
only
that one.
yesterday we were listening to Friday.
Oh, the Rebecca
Singing
Black
down
song.
Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
are you done?
I always
That's
wondered.
what was
Something
5
about
years
cereal.
ago.
Yeah, I always wondered what cereal is.
That's it. Gotta get my bowl.
Gotta get my cereal. Stick it in my asshole.
That launched her career. You remember
Did
that
it?
album she made?
No.
Remember all those other
Exactly.
songs she
You remember how she sort of went to a bunch
Got
of
her
events?
rich parents to pay for the one.
No, she went to a
video.
bunch of events where people went, Friday was shit, wasn't it? She went, yeah. But, you know, made a lot of money off
Yeah.
it because of pricks like you. So, cha-ching!
Yeah, that's the thing that annoyed me
Yeah.
the
And
whole time.
I only had to suck off
Look
the
how
black
shit
guy
this
from
is.
the
Watch
album
this
once.
video again to see how bad it is. Watch it again and again and again to give
Yeah.
them money.
That's what annoyed me. The whole time
Yeah.
people kept quoting it, going,
5
watch
billion
this, watch
views
this,
later.
sharing it. They made her money.
Yeah.
That's the irony.
Even if the like bar is, like, abysmal, it just doesn't matter because her bank
Yeah,
account
you don't lose money for dislikes.
She could buy a lot of bowls of cereal with that money.
She bought Captain Crunch, the person who does exist.
The person. Just
Sorry, Cat.
pull the rights to him.
And he was like a
Crunch.
person of interest as far as she was concerned. No, that was another one of her songs. It was
Oh.
actually called.
She did actually
Person-
make other
She had
songs.
made-
Yeah.
I think she had 2, didn't she?
It's 4 actually, I think.
She did a cover
Including
of Friday I'm in Love.
inclusive. And guess what one of the other ones is called? Guess.
Tuesday.
Alright, Tuesday.
Cereal.
Saturday.
Wait, one of her
It's
other
no
songs
worse
is
than-
Saturday.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh,
Saturday.
I'm still feeling rough from Friday.
That, from that.
And then the other one I mentioned was
Oh
The guy
no.
does his little rap, driving in my car, going really far. They got me in the rap. Hurry up and keep sucking, Rebecca.
Oh God.
you can have some of my raps if you want. And then that one's I made for a London Cab Challenge.
I think we're alright.
I'm a London
I
cabbie,
think
my
Phil-
feet
Phil
scabby.
really pulled that.
All that meddling. I can't remember it. All that peddling and invisible people meddling. Yeah,
All that meddling, they're the same words.
Okay.
Peddling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peddling.
Sharp about peddling.
Okay, so is that a good place to wrap up?
Unless you've got anything else you can think of to talk about.
Well, let's have a think.
Anything
Right,
else to moan about? 'Cause so far that's what the last half hour's been.
let's have a think.
That's where the
Can I
comedy
just
comes
say
from.
about how far I actually went up in their mother, Gray?
Oh, yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
Went up.
I've only done like chapter 1 so far,
Oh, well, on the
and then I
fan
sort of gave up on
Well,
it.
that's not very far up.
It was sad.
I went up
Started to go
to
sad.
Anolondo in 2 hours again.
Nice.
On the old Dark
Oh,
Souls.
the old Dark Souls there.
The Dark Souls, dear.
Oh, the Dark Souls there, Ted.
2 hours though. That's
They
like
put the shorts on my head.
a third of the way through the game.
Jeez.
I put the shirt on my head. Oh, Ted, I'm such a fucking idiot.
Anyway,
Right,
so
yeah.
thanks for listening to that collection of faults.
Oh, remember back in the day when we were all really professional with it? Me.
What?
Do you remember when we were really small? We had wood chip on the wall, but when they came around to call, they didn't notice me at all.
And then we said we'd meet up in the year 2000.
Would it be weird?
But it'd be really weird when we're all fully grown and stuff.
I can't remember the next
Okay,
one.
yeah.
Next
We'd
line.
meet at 2 o'clock by the fountain down the road.
By the fountain down the road.
I never knew that you'd get married. I never knew my name is Harry. Anyway, he says, something 5 years ago.
Years ago. Right. let's end there.
Thanks for listening. See you next time, which will probably be next week or a month from now or a year from now, whenever we can be bothered. I've been FlattheYounger.
I've been Murry Curry.
Who have you been?
The Gagaman. And Stacey has
I'm playing Eggheads.
Lovely Curry Terrier trying to do the literal
Lucky
hit
hit.
the head.
Yep.
You've been listening. I hope you didn't think of shit.
We just did a
I can't click my
podcast.
fingers very well.
We're sticking up your ass.
You gotta get down on Friday.
Gonna have a bowl of cereal.
Put it in your ass.
Oh, oh no! There it goes.
Oh, damn. There
Oh.
Wait. Right, now just play this out.
Play us out? What does that mean? Fuck it! We'll do it live! We'll do it live! We'll do it live! Ow! Oh, that hurt my throat.
Remember how the last podcast was actually kind of normal?
We just did it live. Oh, fuck off, you cunt.